No, I'm not Sue Perkins, right? So, I'm Sam. I've got a 2-year-old daughter. She was born. I'm just going to tell a true story tonight, by the way. I've not really told it before. So I've got a 2-year-old daughter. She was born through surrogacy. So she's a test tube baby, for those of you who are unfamiliar with that sort of concept. So my wife became infertile. She was very ill. She was very seriously ill. She had the big C, chlamydia. So I gave it to her. I don't know how I got it. I swear. I don't. No, I'm joking. She had cancer. She did. She had cancer. But she's all good. She got the all clear. She survived, which is good. It's good. It's great. I suppose. It's just that I did have this whole backup plan lined up where I was going to become the sort of sexy, mysterious, widow / single dad, like Jude Law in that film The Holiday, or O.J. Simpson. but no, it's fine. She's alive, which is good, thankfully. So anyway, my wife's cancer treatment essentially left her womb with a climate not too dissimilar from that of Chernobyl. So if we wanted kids, we had to make them in a lab. Okay, now I can feel it. There's a big elephant in the room here. Okay, a big spunky elephant. Yeah, because you all know what I had to do next. Okay, the sacrifice I had to make to create this miracle baby. Okay, if you don't know, I'll tell you now, with great unsolicited detail. So the day comes. Anyway, the day comes. So I arrive at the clinic, okay, straight from work as well. So I'm wearing like an ill-fitting shirt, tie, sort of suit situation, which made it look like I dressed for the occasion. And I had a rucksack on as well, which must have looked very peculiar. Like, I think the girls at reception were like, "What the fuck's he got in there? Gimp mask? Butt plug? Hamster? A dwarf?" Maybe he's not allowed to do it at home, so he's just really going to go for it, really make the most of it. Good for him. Yeah, good for him. And for some unfathomable reason as well, this was a big clinic, right? But the wank room was right opposite an open plan, like, reception waiting area, which I cannot understand. So this sort of young student nurse guy, he shows me around like a weird estate agent kind of situation. He's like, so yeah, here's the room. Make sure you lock the door. I was like, yes, yeah, thank you, I will. Yes, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, otherwise the 3 women at reception, there's 7 people in the waiting area, including kids as well, and that old janitor bloke. Sorry, Dave. That old janitor bloke there. Yeah, they'll have a bit of a fucking fright, won't they? Yes, yes, I'll lock the door. Thank you. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. So anyway, here's the room. Here's the chair you can use if you want. Here's a cup. Yeah, so sweet, dudes. Any questions? I was like, yes. So many questions, yet so few at the same time. And my wife was there for some reason. I think she thought it was like a consultation room. Like, she was shocked, as equally shocked as I was. It was opposite the reception. My wife was there. She was like, "Have fun." Let me tell you, it was not fun, right? Okay, it was not fun. I walked across that room to that solemn, sinister-looking black leather chair with a box of Kleenex next to it. And I sat in that chair and I contemplated, how has my life reached this eventuality? Overcommitting in relationships. That's how. So anyway, I get my phone out, okay? There's no network, no 4G, right? Log into the NHS Wi-Fi. Nah, everything's blocked. Fucking Pornhub blocked. red tube blocked, everything blocked. So I have to use one of the courtesy magazines that they've left there. These magazines were vile. They were vile. They were like, that's why the NHS needs more funding. Okay, fuck the staff. It's better magazines for the wank crews. Okay, it was just like, they're like the horrible ones you get on like the top shelf of a dodgy cost-cutter corner shop. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just page after page of visual trauma. So eventually I land on one that's like marginally less haunting than the other ones, you know, and basically just a naked lady. But her face was quite frightening, quite sort of threatening, you know, not really my cup of tea. So how bad is this, right? This is true. I'm just telling you a true story. This is true. I had to cover her face. How awful is that? I had to cover the face of a lady in a magazine in order to become a father. Like the self-loathing is palpable right now. You can feel that, can't you? And then I started, like, logistically, I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, I'm going to have to stand up. I'm going to have to go over to this little sink that's in the room for some reason. Well, actually, it's obvious, isn't it? You have to wash your hands. This little sink, trousers around my ankles, hold the magazine on the edge of the sink, and then just at the opportune moment, I'm going to have to shove the magazine on the floor and grab the cup. Now the cup was an absolute piss take, okay? And I know I've got a tiny willy, okay? I know that, okay? This cup was minuscule, okay? If somebody served you a sambuca in this cup, you'd say, fuck right off, where's the rest of it? And why does it smell funny? Sorry, that's disgusting. The diameter of this thimble of a cup like barely matched the length of my helmet hole. So anyway, off I go, savagely whacking away like a chimpanzee. Angriest, most painful hand shandy I've ever had in my life. It's like trying to start a campfire. Fucking smoke coming off it, you can see a little ember, you know. But, you know, sorry, I was distracted by how disgusting that was. Yeah, smoke coming off it, a little ember, you know, but I was kind of thinking, I'm never going to get there. And then I grabbed the cup, you know, once I was confident that my little suicide bombers weren't going to back out, you know, they were committed to the cause. Then I grabbed this tiny little cup and I was like, I've got to be really accurate, you know. And then I thought, genuinely, it crossed my mind in that moment, I was like, what if I miss? I was like, has anyone ever missed? Like what do you do? Like just splurge on the floor, just, oh, bollocks. Just walk out of the room with an empty cup. Just like, oh, I missed. The wife's just like, for Christ's sake, what are you like? It's going to take us 6 months to get another appointment, dickhead. Come on, get in the car. And, oh, sorry, the cup's just really small. But I didn't. It was all good. It was fine. Like, they call it coming, right? This wasn't coming. This was like arduous, painstaking extraction. Yeah, but yeah, I genuinely thought I was never going to get there. I thought this was a lost cause, you know. But I did, and we now have a lovely little girl. Thank God I bought that hamster. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to my disgusting true story about how I became a father. I'm just Sam Rowlands. Thank you very much.